right, so here is this defensively gifted fighter, and certainly has some offense as well, but more often than not, that offense is set up by his sound defense. He uses movement beautifully, uses his defense to create offensive angles. This guy can stick and move with the best of the man, and even when you think you have him in a bad position, more often than not, swivels that head off of the center line and counters you right in the jaw. So an outstanding defensive striker, very good counterattacks, and a very interesting matchup in front of him tonight. All right, so here he is. They call him T-City, short for Triangle City. The Gracie Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Brian Ortega.
Brian Ortega is a great fighter, a guy that has all the ability inside the octagon. He started as a jiu-jitsu practitioner, but you have seen the evolution of Brian Ortega as his career has continued to go on, has continued to proceed. Brian Ortega is getting better and better and better. He has now found himself staring across the octagon of some of the best fighters the division has ever seen, and he will continue to do that as long as he keeps developing the skills that are necessary.
And sometimes it's hard to become a champion without having tasted defeat. A lot of people believe the Max Holloway fight for Ortega will be something he can build upon moving forward. All right, all the hype gives way to the action here. Both fighters have now touched down on the canvas, and we are ready to go from the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, here in New York, New York. Our tail of the tape for this featherweight fight. All right, now with the official introductions, we go inside the octagon of Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Juggernaut. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Brian T-City Ortega.
You ready? You ready?
All right, here we are inside the home of the New York Knicks. It is Madison Square Garden, and I think a lot of people remember when Conor McGregor and Eddie Alvarez ushered in this building as far as the UFC is concerned back in 2016.
I mean, that place was insane when Conor McGregor became the UFC's double champion. From outside of the arena, we build up to the fight, to in the arena when Conor became the king. This was a great moment in the world's greatest arena. Look, the best fights in history have happened here. And on that night, Conor McGregor etched his name in stone.
Uppercut to the head. Instead, it's blocked by T-City, Brian Ortega.
That was a nice transition. That was right off the strike into the takedown, and it looked effortless. It did not look like he had to work hard to finish his takedown at all.
Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
I'm not sure how he stayed up there.
I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, to stay standing shows and talks to your toughness. He's hurting him bad, man. That right hook is nasty.
All right, so he's landed a few big uppercuts already in DC. I know you're in the prediction business. You think he's going to set it up again here?
I am certain he's going to try and set that up again. Expect it to come off of a left hook because... Oh, nice takedown. Yep.
Back to the feet now. Well, I'm not sure if I should knock his fight IQ, but it seems like he's sort of playing around here. Feels like the Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent.
He goes back to the well and lands another strike from the top. And now you can see the swell.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top.
Fighter lands a nasty kick.
And it looks as though he'll let his opponent stand up here. Yes, he will. Goes down again. We might get a stoppage here. Now the elbow is the weapon of choice. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If if they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in, and you got all your rear choke submissions.
Oh, he's back up again. You gotta like that. Pretty good execution for him there on the sidekick, DC.
Just really feeling himself. One of those traditional martial arts techniques that are making their way to the UFC octagon.
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. Bruce Buffer now with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Juggernaut.
Well, there will be no shutting that smile off tonight. The celebration is on as he gets a huge win by knockout tonight. I gotta think there are a few better feelings in the world than walking into an octagon and candidly knocking another man out quick.
Yeah, you shut a person's lights off, man. There's nothing like it. Now, I understand a lot of times we hope for the knockout, but he was never hopeful. He was sure that he would get it done, and he did exactly that. Congrats.
So as this confident young fighter makes the walk here tonight, he's probably thinking, I'm going to get my opponent to the mat. You know what? He's not going to be able to get up. And I think for a lot of fighters who have dealt with the top game of this young man, they just can't get out from underneath him. He controls you, keeps his weight on you, and he just uses his hips beautifully to maintain a dominant position. Certainly he has sapped willpower and gas tanks throughout his MMA career, and at times guys have to give up. Well, I gotta think there's gonna be some competition for bonus money in this one. The kicks are gonna be flying early and often. He's one of the better kickboxing practitioners we have in this division.
Yeah, when he can make you fight him in a kickboxing fight, I mean, you would imagine you're watching this guy in Glorious.
Yeah.
Because he's so good in this specific area of fighting. He mixes everything up so well from in close, and he's so comfortable in close. He's rolling his shoulders, rolling right to leg kicks. He will batter and bruise you and beat you up from in close. He's amazing. You better take this dude down if you want a chance to win this fight.
Right. No, you put it well, and he has adapted his style very well to mixed martial arts, but when the fight is on the feet, caution, flammable. Well, it is the venue in which every UFC athlete hopes to one day compete, and we are now ready to go from Madison Square Garden here in New York City. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. All right, now for the official introductions, we go to the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Grady Boy. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Alexander Drago Volkov.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Well, there have been a lot of seminal UFC moments inside the world's most famous arena, and we are back at Madison Square Garden tonight, Shabazz.
Who gets that shining moment in the world's greatest arena? I experienced it. I know how it feels to walk out of that octagon at MSG with a championship. Will you get that moment tonight?
So a nice job landing the counter there, and that's really the book on this guy. He is a counter striker. He waits for his opponent to engage and then tries to use that aggression against them. That's exactly what he was trying to do there. Nice jab.
Body shot.
Got the single collar tie. And they separate.
Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
Beautiful level change.
Moving his head pretty well defensively on the ground here.
This is where he wants to be. Nice shots landing from the top position. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. Side control now, making all these shots count. All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
All right, looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
Well, we'll see who has the edge here as they get back to their feet after a pretty engaged battle there on the ground.
And both of these guys should feel pretty satisfied because they both had their moments and they both showed true skill on the ground.
Somehow, his opponent stayed up there.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much. Oh, nice body shot.
Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned to a significant extent, but was able to recover, and it's almost like he let him off the hook.
Kind of. Oh!
Another, he's hurt. He's hurt bad.
He's got to keep pressing here.
Moving to his left now.
Oh, guillotine here.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
All right, we'll see if he has any response here. His opponent continues to land. A lot of swelling upstairs.
Well, you got to move your head. You've got to be preemptive. You cannot wait until your opponent starts to throw something in your direction. You've got to avoid right now if you want to avoid having this become an issue.
Gets on the feet. His opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he landed that overhand right, he hurt people bad. And this guy has it very bad.
Oh, he lands a hook. Well, no denying the durability on the other side, but at this point, you just got to find that kill shot and get him out of there.
A lot of times that comes with reps, that comes with taking your time. You get excited and you want to finish it because you think it's right there, but at times you just overswing and you miss a lot. He needs to slow down if he wants to get his opponent out of this fight.
Every strike he lands, that cut gets worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse, and he needed to address it a little bit sooner because now that damage is starting to pile up.
And he gets the takedown. All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round.
Let's work. You stand you up. You need to work.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Volkov's in half guard. Oh, great job by him there to reverse things and get the dominant position. Round one winding down here. Round two is next. All right, right, there's the horn, an appreciative crowd responding in kind. He rocked his opponent multiple times there in that round, looked very confident in doing so. They might even bring in the RP here.
I mean, it was relaxation at its finest, just so relaxed, so comfortable in the fire, which then allowed him to land these big strikes that had his opponent buzzed on many, many occasions. But he cannot get desperate. Don't go crazy trying to finish the fight. Let it come to you.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, second round underway. Big right hand there. Oh, and he tags him with... Oh, what a land right there, the seminal blow of the fight.
I mean, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, John. Great placement on that uppercut.
Oh, and he caught the kick. All right, so the uppercuts have been a big part of the storyline in this one, but the setups have really been key for him. He's not telegraphing that strike, and the... Oh!
Got hurt again.
Straight right hand counter, useful.
Oh, that right hand there.
Power shots landing on both sides, and the chins continue to hold up.
Now we're going.
And a nice left hand there on the inside. Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
Ooh, nice defense. I thought that punch might get through. Blow is fauceting from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ. So when you give him that blood, that crimson red is nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So you have got to change something. You got to get your head moving.
A huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Volkov's doing a nice job there. You saw him raise the guard to block that offering from the opponent. Don't want to sustain any more damage on that cut that has already been opened up. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round two. This could be it. Oh, nice hook. Well, you got to think he's happy with this performance here tonight. Essentially, just the way he drew it up, it's been a striking thing.
It's like a fairy tale. He's doing everything he wanted to do, and his opponent isn't doing much to try and deter him and really mess with the game plan.
Looks like someone took a red Sharpie to his side. A lot of bruising courtesy of those body strikes.
Oh, big kicks, big punches. He's doing everything he told us he intended to do. Oh, no!
Volkov goes in for the takedown now, and he's able to get it. So a nice entry and a wise move, given how the things were playing out on the field. All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loved, I mean, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow.
Right.
You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the mat.
All right, so he lands again just like we saw in the last round, realizing a lot of success with his Muay Thai game tonight.
You know, why change it? It's working, and it's...
Volkov's looking for that arm triangle now. Ooh, arm triangle's in tight.
It's getting in very tight.
Oh, man, that was slick.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, John, and then he just gets up.
Oh, crowd just loving it as the fighters, after an extended grappling battle, make their way back to the feet.
Yeah, they're back on their feet. They spent a lot of energy on the ground, though. These guys were going back and forth on the ground, and ultimately, he's gotten back to his feet to give himself an opportunity.
Oh, almost like you saw the skin swell right away after he landed that strike.
So that trainer's going to have to bring in the end swell to try to deal with the swelling, because this guy
That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
no, and he needs to start looking to finish now, because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, another ground strike gets through. So there's the horn at the end of the round. Thankfully for him, he will live to see another round. You saw him get knocked down near the end of the round. If there were 10 more seconds, that likely would have been the end of his night.
You will wobble, but you're tough. We've trained for this before.
All right, so a huge round for him there. That head kick probably would have had me out for good. The guy survives to see another round.
Yeah, but he'll go back to that. It landed so perfectly. He set it up great. He did a great job of mixing up the target early, going up high, and getting the desired result.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Third round underway. All right, so here we go. The crowd on its feet as this next round gets underway. You saw in the previous round, both fighters got rocked. I don't think the scorecards are going to be needed for this one.
No, the scorecard will not be needed. If we continue to fight as we did in the previous round, somebody is going to sleep.
Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. Oh, how about the accuracy to land right there? His opponent's wobble check.
He's hurt bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
Oh, and now an uppercut.
Nice block. When you're in a clinch, you can pull down on the head and land these beautiful punches to the head.
Oh, that's a brutal cut on his nose there. He is bleeding. Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here. Oh, another strike lands from the top. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Back and forth we go. It takes two to tango, and man, have these two individuals tangoed tonight. I might run it back at some point, no matter how this one is.
It's one of those fights, but when you look at these two and the damage on their faces, the work that they have both put in, you realize and you appreciate what these fighters do inside the octagon. They're both hurt. They're both beat up. And both of these guys have shown a tremendous amount of resilience to put themselves in position to win this fight. Oh, he got to a spot.
Well, this fight has been big shots landed by him now. Certainly a strong front runner for fight of the night as we go down to the wire here between these two combatants.
They're both so skilled.
He's having his way with him here. Volkov's back in full mount. Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Back to the jab now, no good. Collar tie here in the clinch.
Nice job defensively.
Oh, a huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight.
That blood becoming a real factor. 2 minutes to go in our third and final round. Oh, he's going for a choke here. This could be tough.
That Darce is tight.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition. He's hurt bad.
Oh, massive diving punch flush to
path to victory.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position. This man is landing brutal ground and pound.
Really starting to bleed profusely out of that eye. It's not looking good, champ.
Well, it's sticking down his face. The guy's been beat up, and now this cut has become a real issue.
Well, this is not football. Targeting is legal, and he is going at that cut, which is getting worse with every passing ground stroke.
Yep, that guillotine's deep.
Oh, he got out.
Right down.
Champ, these submission setups aren't that bad, but he keeps getting denied.
Yeah, because he's not panicking. He's taking his time. He knows what to do whenever something is coming in his direction. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch a guy comfortable even when he's under attack. Oh!
Holy smokes! With a massive highlight at the Garden.
Oh my goodness.
The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 47 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout, Pretty Boy.
Oh, there he is after a huge knockout win tonight. You going to the after party or what?
I mean, I'm heading over there right now, John. I'm asking the producers, how soon can I get up? This is going to be a party over there. Not only because of the knockout, but that extra bonus check he's going to be carrying to the club tonight.
Well, with respect to Justin Gaethje and anyone else you want to throw in the mix, this is about as watchable a fighter as we have on the UFC roster, the former interim lightweight champion, El Cucuy, Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson is just nasty. From the elbows that he lands on the feet to on the back, the submission ability that he possesses, one of the most diverse strikers in the UFC. And with a college wrestling background, every time you step in the octagon with Ferguson, you know that you have your hands full.
And there's some fighters who just don't like training, right? Frank Mir would always say, I don't like to train. Tony Ferguson loves to train. He'll go 5 or 6 hours hard. That's great. And from a work ethic standpoint, few guys can be able to match that. Tony Ferguson, the man many of these fight fans have come out to see here tonight. So all eyes are on Khabib Nurmagomedov. Daniel, as your former teammate makes his return to competition here tonight, a lot of us felt like this moment would not materialize. He's chasing 30-0 now.
He's chasing 30-0. I mean, he's one of the only guys to get out of this thing clean. Nobody goes undefeated unless your name is Khabib Nurmagomedov. The guy has fought the best. He is a guy that lets you know what his intentions are, and he goes out there and he works the game plan. He's going to get in your face. He's going to try to overwhelm you with his wrestling. And you look at his boy Hasbulla in the corner. Khabib Nurmagomedov looking for a big night.
The Dagestani social media legend Hasbulla Magomedov in the corner of Khabib Nurmagomedov tonight. Khabib Nurmagomedov himself in another big spot here tonight. And now our tail of the tape for this lightweight scrap. All right, to get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Tony El Kukui Ferguson. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC lightweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
Herb Dean, third party in the octagon tonight. I don't believe it. After 5 failed attempts to lock the octagon door behind Khabib Nurmagomedov and Tony Ferguson, tonight it should be.
Khabib Nurmagomedov being the undefeated guy long has been thought to have problems with Tony Ferguson. Tony's style is so unique to MMA. He does so many things that you don't expect. You expect a guy that's as traditional as Khabib to struggle. These guys don't like each other. In this fight...
Oh, he is stunned, trying to recover here.
Beautiful submission attempt here.
Oh, looks like he's got the sub locked in. Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed. Great submission defense.
El Kukui's looking to pass out of the half guard here and get that side control, but he is denied by the opposition.
Big ground and pound.
Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Ferguson's back in half guard, very comfortable here. All right, into full guard here, DC. I know you don't like hanging out here for too long.
No, you don't want to stay there. Too much of a submission threat, you gotta pass.
Ferguson's pass is denied. Nice strike from bottom position. The ground strike's starting to pile up. All right, the referee not seeing enough action there. We go back to the center of the octagon now. So turning defense into offense there as he counters with a jab to the head. He's got the reach advantage, and it certainly paid there.
Big double leg, double change.
Khabib's in half guard. Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Oh, these are some serious power punches from the top by Nurmagomedov.
I need you to scramble. Scramble.
He passed the half guard. Oh, right into mount.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Just over 2 minutes to go. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Nurmagomedov's able to make a nice transition there back into side control.
Getting the ball here. He's got to be careful here.
The ground strikes continue to pile up. Oh, hard ground and pound strike there. I believe that one opened him up. Great transition there as he reverses to top position. Beautiful work on the ground there by Ferguson. Side control now.
Heavy on top and work those elbows.
Now he's going full mount.
All right, buddy, keep that ground position.
Khabib's in half guard now. Under a minute to go. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down.
Keep that pressure up for me now.
Great job landing from the top position.
Hey, you gotta get off your back. You gotta get off your back.
Oh, he locks up the triangle now, DC. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
Oh, it looks like the end of the fight. It looks like this one is about done. This guy is a triangle expert. He got it set up. He jumped on it so quick, and now he's just going from step to step, trying to get the finish. It's about to be over.
Keep your top control.
Waning seconds here of this opening round. Huge elbow there. What a fight so far.
Stop!
All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up.
Deep breath. Get out there.
All right, so there's the end of the round, and on one side, thrill, on the other, agony after that knockdown.
Yeah, he was able to really damage him with that big punch. You see the hands, the speed, how sharp he is, how technical he is. It allows him to land in spots where his opponent is winging punches. Great strike landed, great punch landed to put his opponent down.
All right, champs, second round now. Your teammate Khabib Nurmagomedov and Tony Ferguson. Well, he's got the longer one. Oh, huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes. He passes the half. Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass. Great submission defense on full display by the opponent.
Well, he's got his back now. Ferguson's in half guard. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Not being just defensive, but offensive off of his back. Great punch lands.
El Cucuy's back in side control.
In the half guard.
Ferguson's looking to pass out of the half guard and attain side control here, but unable to do so. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission. Oh, this is where you don't want to be, though.
Nurmagomedov's in half guard. Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Ferguson's looking to pass out of the half guard here, maybe looking for side control. He's denied. Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes.
Lands with the ground and pound. Another ground and pound strike gets home. Oh!
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Ferguson's looking to pass out of the half guard here and get that side control, but he is denied by the opposition. he's got him softened up here.
There it is, now he's running him out.
El Cucuy swelling now around the jaw area, so we'll keep an eye on that as this fight continues. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Nurmagomedov. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys will start throwing up legs, chasing triangles.
Nurmagomedov's right back to the full mount here.
Great defense by the defensive fighter. Now he's got a good body position, yup.
Good movement defensively here on the ground by Ferguson. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Nurmagomedov. Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Different round and the striking clinic continues. Shades of Max Holloway back in the day against Calvin Kattar. Every strike he has thrown seemingly is finding the target.
I mean, it's landing.
An elbow! He's very close to the finish here. Takes his back now. Well, that eye area is getting bloodier with every passing strike.
It's like a target, and he keeps going to it, and you see it's starting to get worse as the fight is going on.
Nurmagomedov's right back to the full mount.
I mean, way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
Final seconds.
Yep, got to be very careful there.
Good work from the top here by Nurmagomedov. All right, that's the end of round number 2.
Great job. You take it deep. Nice stuff. How do you feel? That's right. It looked amazing. Now you should smell blood. You almost had him out this time. I want you to keep it.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Third round underway. All right, here we go, DC. Our next round is underway, and he's chasing some punch stat records tonight. That was some serious volume and efficiency in the previous round.
Normally, oh, he jumped guillotine right away. That guillotine is tight. That guillotine looks very painful, and he's very close to the finish, but he cannot rush. He cannot allow his opponent to get to his back.
Oh, that's got to be it. Oh, hang on a second. He escapes.
What a tremendous job. You saw his hands immediately go to the inside, attack the lock, create some space, roll to your back, give up the mount, but live to fight another day.
Oh, good movement to avoid that strike from the top. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
El Cucuy's really pressing now, and he's got his opponent's belly flat on the mat. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, side control now. Ferguson's back in full mount. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Ferguson. He can truly do it all.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
All right, so you can see some swelling on the facial region now as his opponent lands yet another strike, and that one was clean.
I mean, this guy is so clean with his striking. He knows exactly what he wants to accomplish, and he does a great job of doing just that.
Ferguson going to work from guard here. Nice combination of strikes there. Very efficient, very effective.
Oh, right into mount. Nice defense.
Come on, let's go. Let's work.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Where's the scramble?
Oh, huge elbow.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a simple throw right there, DC. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Khabib's back in full mount.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Man, he ate another shot right on that cut. You think his vision has been compromised at all?
Oh, it has to, right? Because you got to be able to see to fight. And right now, he's been targeted in that area, and you can see it worsening.
Constantly a moving target. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give it.
El Cucuy is trying to lock up on a submission now. Oh, I don't know. That heel hook looks tight.
That heel hook looks tight. He cannot allow his opponent to get space, though, if he wants to finish the fight.
Oh, he's out.
Let's work.
Nurmagomedov's in half guard. All right, he remains in pursuit of the submission, but the defense continues to hold up. I'm not sure he's going to be able to find a finish here.
In MMA today, guys are so well-rounded. They're so gifted. It's hard to just lock up a submission, but he continues to try. And in those efforts, he has given himself a chance to win this fight.
I've never been submitted.
You never have?
Nope.
Lucky guy. I have.
Oh, the ground and pound is coming. Good movement to avoid some of that power coming back. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
Oh, this is getting kind of hard to watch, right? He targets the cut and lands a strike right on it. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, back to the stools now, and he is no longer the handsome man we once knew. That gash is getting serious.
We expected that roar. Refocus.
All right, well, defense wins championships, and perhaps he can shore some things up there. Here are some replays from the damaging previous round.
Well, he's got to. He's got to change some things if he doesn't want this cut to get worse. But hats off to his opponent. His opponent found the target. His opponent knew exactly what he wanted to accomplish, and he got it done. He's got to continue down the path in order to make the cut worse.
Ready to fight? Ready.
4th round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Ferguson's cut, not getting blood in his eyes, so that's a good thing, but man, that is a nasty cut on the cheek. Certainly going to require stitches after the fact, and hopefully the cut man can stop the blood if we get to a next round. All right, rubber guard now, DC, some submissions at his disposal if he so chooses.
Yeah, he does have a couple submissions there.
Oh, and he locks up a triangle now. You said off the top, his go-to submission looks pretty tight to me.
Oh, and if he's got you in there...
Oh, somehow he gets out. Fantastic submission, D. Nurmagomedov's got him in a crucifix. Gonna work from the top now.
Great job finding his shots from the top position. That swelling area, that area that's all swollen, continues to get worse every time he gets hit there.
All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Oh, man, another strike gets through. You can only describe his condition as critical now. Trying to finish this fight.
Scramble and go! Scramble and go!
Oh, no! Knee on belly.
And straight punch lands. That's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle.
That'll do it! Gets the win by TKO.
Holy smokes!
Just a relentless effort out of this fighter here tonight. The ref had no choice but to step in, and that is how you leave the judges out of it. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
The official decision is in. That's where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 39 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
And still undefeated and now a knockout artist. Perhaps not, but Khabib Nurmagomedov getting it done by TKO here tonight. He's always been sort of underappreciated as a striker, and he showed you a lot of those skills tonight.
Yeah, he showed all of his skills. He's showing an advancement of his stand-up to be able to hurt his opponent and then finish him to earn a TKO victory. Here in submission and decision has been something that we aren't surprised with when we hear with Khabib. But this victory, this TKO shows that he's only getting better.
And now the question is, who will be next? Who does Khabib Nurmagomedov want? He called for the TKO tonight, and he gets it. Congratulations to the Eagle, Khabib Nurmagomedov.